whisper of a secret you forgot to keep. Your voice was warm but trembling like a vinyl left in summer heat. And every word you whispered felt like metal flaking at my feet. You said you wanted honesty, but yours came wrapped in velvet tones, so gentle that I didn't feel the corrosion in your bones. There's rust beneath your skin, baby, shining in the places you didn't want me to see. It spreads with every breath you take, slow motion, heartbreak chemistry. And I keep brushing off the dust, pretending it's just a trace of love. But every time I hold you close, I feel the rust. I taste the rust beneath your skin. You pour your silence like a drink, sweet enough to hide the sting. But I can feel the acid in the tenderness you offer me. A smile that sits too perfectly, a touch rehearsed in porcelain. You think you're hiding damage, but your cracks are singing everything. You ask me why I never leave, but darling, I was built for this. For peeling layers slowly just to find the truth you always miss. There's rust beneath your skin, baby, shining in the places you didn't want me to see. It spreads with every breath you take, slow motion, heartbreak chemistry. And I keep brushing off the dust, pretending it's just a trace of love. But every time I hold you close, I feel the rust. I taste the rust beneath your skin. Maybe love corrodes in rooms where no one speaks. Maybe softness turns to poison when it sits too deep. Maybe we were meant to break in beautiful, expensive ways, like instruments abandoned in the rain. There's rust beneath your skin, baby, and every time I breathe you in, it follows me. It spreads with every touch we fake, dissolving what we swore to keep. But still I brush away the dust, pretending it's a trace of love. Though every night I hold you close, I feel the rust. I taste the rust beneath your skin. Hold, you're fading slow, you're fading thin. And I keep loving what's wearing in, until the last of you caves in. Rust beneath your skin. Rust beneath your skin. You touch me like a rumor, soft enough to make me lean. But every time your fingers linger, something darker still stains the scene. Your sweetness comes in shades I've never learned to trust. Velvet on the surface, but beneath it there's a quiet gust of blues that blooms in colors only midnight ever sees. A tenderness that tightens like a hand around my sleeve. You smile like nothing's wrong, like you're made of honey light, but all your warmth is heavy, pulling shadows in the bite. You say you never mean to leave a mark on anything, but darling, even whispers leave a dent when they're too thin. It's gentle but it lingers. It's soft but it stings. Your love is how a bruise would sing. Call it velvet, call it beautiful, but it's a bruise and it's growing slow. You paint affection like a perfect scene, then press too hard where I can't scream. And I keep loving 𝐏𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐥𝐢𝐬𝐭 wrapped in velvet, velvet bruise. Promise has a place to land and rest, but your silence always tightens where my heartbeat feels the stress. You hold me in a rhythm that's too careful to be real, as if you're scared that one wrong move will show me how you feel. We dance around the edges of the things we never touch. You give just enough softness so I won't demand too much, but I can feel the pressure in the sweetness that you leave, a shadow blooming quietly beneath a satin sleeve. It's gentle but it lingers. It's soft but it stings. Your love is how a bruise would sing. Call it velvet, call it beautiful, but it's a bruise and it's growing slow. You paint affection like a perfect scene, then press too hard where I can't scream. Velvet bruise. Maybe love was never meant to stay this smooth. Maybe friction is the truth. Maybe I was made to keep your secrets in my skin, letting every tender moment soak its color in. Inside your stories, warp reflections in the night. You talk talking polished colors, every word a mirrored edge, silver-coated honesty that cuts me when I lean instead. You swear you never had a thing, you only rearrange. But darling, what's the difference when the meaning always changes? Your charm is like a hallway filled with doors that never lead. Every promise sounds like comfort, every comfort feels like need. You give me half your reasons and expect me to fill in, like I'm supposed to read your heart the way you scribble sin. You spin the truth so carefully, a whisper shaped like certainty, but every smooth apology feels practiced in your memory. Your lies are polished, shining through a perfect surface hiding you. You say it's softly sweet and clean, like something bright on gasoline, and I keep falling every time until your mirror-coated lines, beautiful and undefined. Your polished lies, your polished lies. You touch me like a question that you never wanna ask. Your warmth is like a spotlight with a shadow at its back. You laugh in quiet intervals, so I forget to hear the break. The way your breath gets sharper when there's too much truth at stake. You claim you never counterfeit the feelings that you give, but love, you counterfeit the silence every time you choose to live. In halfway kind confessions, in the pauses you design, in glances made of sugar that dissolve before they shine. You spin the truth so carefully, a whisper shaped like certainty, but every smooth apology feels practiced in your memory. Your eyes are polished, shining through a perfect surface hiding you. You say it's softly sweet and clean, like something bright on gasoline, and I keep falling every time into your mirror-coated lines, beautiful and undefined. Your polished lies, your polished lies. Maybe honesty is heavier than anything you hold. Maybe that's why every truth you speak comes dressed in gold. Maybe I was meant to love the versions you invent, because the roughness of your real self is the only thing you spend. Your lies are polished, perfect still, a sweetness meant to make me spill. You breathe a story into me, then shine it clean so I can't see. And though I know the shape is wrong, I trace it like a favorite song, falling every single time for your polished lies, your polished lies. If you break and lie, reflections dancing out of sight, and I'll pretend I never mind as long as all your lies stay polished, stay polished. Your kiss hits like chemistry, no warning, just a burn, a flavor made of danger in the spaces where we turn. Your mouth is where the trouble lives, slow poison on your tongue, a soft and velvet bitterness that tastes too good to run. You breathe in syncopation like a rhythm meant to trap, Break deep in your heartbeat, pulling me into your lap. Your sweetness has an edge to it, metallic in the light. A shine that feels expensive but dissolves by midnight. You say it's only affection, but darling, I can tell the pH of your tenderness is dropping as you swell. Your lips are warm and reckless. Your touch is low and sweet. A kiss that moves like jazz on broken feet. As a kiss, pH 1.4, baby, I keep coming back for more. Every time your mouth finds mine, it sparks a chemical decline. And though it burns right through my skin, it makes me wanna fall again. A danger I can't resist. Your acid kiss, your acid kiss. Your words drip like a mixture I should never drink alone, but you pour them down my throat until they settle in my bones. Your laugh is like a sax line sliding low beneath the beat. A bass that curls around me, pulling heat into my knees. I know I shouldn't want it, love that stings like citric fire, but all your minor chords are tuned to pull me through the wire. You kiss like someone hiding something lethal in their smile. A flavor made to melt me slowly, inch by every mile. Your lips are warm and reckless. Your touch is low and sweet. A kiss that moves like jazz on broken feet. As a kiss, pH 1.4, baby, I keep coming back for more. Every time your mouth finds mine, it sparks a chemical decline. And though it burns right through my skin, it makes me wanna fall again. A danger I can't resist. Your acid kiss, your acid kiss. Maybe we were never meant to play it safe. Maybe all the sweetness hides a darker shade. Maybe every kiss you give was made to corrode. But darling, corrosion's just another way to glow. As a kiss, sharp as you, a perfect burn I can't undo. Every time you pull me in, the room starts tilting from within. And though I know what damage is, I still return for one more hit, falling deeper into this. Your acid kiss, your acid kiss. If loving you is chemical, then let the damage stay. Your kiss is where I break apart, but baby, God, I love the way. As a kiss. We never fall at once. We leak in tiny steps, spilling pieces of affection we were too afraid to keep. Your fluent escape plans. Your love is quiet pressure, filling cracks you never show. A tenderness that rises just enough to overflow. You say you're fade, you never shout, you drain, until I'm chasing traces down the frame. Slow drain, lovers slipping low, pouring out an undertow. We touch like we've already left, holding on to silhouettes, and every moment we refuse turns into another bruise, falling through the space we lose. Slow drain lovers, slow drain lovers. You're warm but never steady, like a faucet left ajar. A warmth that almost comforts but won't tell me who you are. Your voice is midnight water with a sax beneath the beat, a growling little bass line pulling heat into my feet. You say you're not receding, just a little hard to read, but darling, all your subtleties are louder than you need. You melt in quiet increments like secrets made of steam, a body growing distant in the corners of a dream. You never break, you fade, you never shout, you drain, until I'm chasing traces down the frame. Slow drain, lovers slipping low, pouring out an undertow. We touch like we've already left, holding on to silhouettes, and every moment we refuse turns into another bruise, falling through the space we'll lose. Slow drain lover, slow drain lover. Maybe love was never meant to fill us up. Maybe leaking is the language of enough. Maybe closeness only lingers when it's thin, a fragile kind of gravity we never let begin. Slow drain, love is fading through, even as I reach for you. Every kiss a quiet slip, every touch a sinking ship. Still I hold the shape you make, even as the edges break, sliding down the hole we choose. Slow drain lovers, if we fall like this, drop by drop from poison bliss. Tell me where the water ends, slowly draining into nothingness. Slow drain lover, slow drain lover. You watch me like a habit, quiet, steady, never seen. A lullaby in shadows, humming soft between the seams. Your footsteps trace the rhythm of a street I thought I knew, but every echo bends around a corner shaped like you. You linger in the pauses where my breath forgets to land, a gentle kind of presence with a too familiar hand. Your voice is like a whisper sliding low beneath the beat, a saxophone in nightfall curling warm around my feet. You say you mean no trouble, just a little fond of me, but darling, fondness doesn't follow this consistently. You're soft but to a line, you're sweet but undefined, a comfort that keeps crossing every line. lullaby, so tender I can't classify. You hum my name in quiet keys, a song that moves behind the breeze. And every time I fall asleep, you fold the dark around my sheets, watching me with velvet eyes, a gentle stalker's lullaby. Footsteps like you're learning how I breathe. You chart the nights I disappear and map the days I leave. Your smile is always harmless, but your timing's never pure. Arriving when my doubts get loud enough to need a cure. You touch me like a warning with a sweetness dipped in ash, a rhythm made for slipping into places shadows crash. You say you're here to comfort, but your comfort's too precise, the kind that knows the places I've been trying to disguise. You're soft but to a line, you're sweet but undefined, a comfort that keeps crossing every line. A gentle stalker's lullaby, so tender I can't classify. You hum my name in quiet keys, a song that moves behind the breeze. And every time I fall asleep, you fold the dark around my sheets, watching me with velvet eyes, a gentle stalker's lullaby. Maybe love is born from being seen too close. Maybe darkness follows only those it shows. Maybe I keep dreaming just to feel the trace of someone drawing constellations on my face. Say goodnight, a gentle stalker's lullaby. Too intimate to set the rain. In the morning time, a gentle stalker's lullaby. Stay if you must, stay if you will. Just hum that song that keeps me still, because the only time I sleep is when your shadows start to creep. Lullaby. Tastes like something stolen, smooth enough to pass for sweet. But every time I bite your name, it blooms like velvet in my teeth. You move with quiet tension, like a line you never share. Softness made for touching, but too dangerous to wear. You press against my instincts in a rhythm sharp and low, a breakthrough made of longing. Only midnight danger first was hung. You laugh like you're confessing something wrapped in honey lies, a sweetness dipped in shadows, pulling heat behind my eyes. You're tender like a warning, you're gentle like a thread, a pleasure traced in teeth I can't forget. Velvet in my teeth tonight, soft but with a sharpened bite. You melt slow against my lips, a bruise disguised in sinking bliss. And darling, even when you leave, your taste hangs on like memory, sweet and dark beneath the heat. Velvet, velvet in my teeth. Heartbeat like you're trying to align your pulse to all the places where I've hidden parts of mine. You speak in quiet tensions like a secret dressed as calm, a sax line humming softly through a breakbeat in my palm. Your breath is warm and reckless with a velvet colored slide, a slow descent of sweetness pulling trouble to my side. You say you wanna love me in a way that doesn't bruise, but baby, every gentle thing you do is made to fuse. You're tender like a warning, you're gentle like a thread, a pleasure traced in teeth I can't forget. Velvet in my teeth tonight, soft but with a sharpened bite. You melt slow against my lips, a bruise disguised in sinking bliss. And darling, even when you leave, your taste hangs on like memory, sweet and dark beneath the heat. Velvet, velvet in my teeth. Maybe love was never meant to feel this smooth. Maybe darker flavors are the only truth. Maybe I was born to keep the shadows close, to taste the parts of you that never show. Velvet in my teeth tonight, a tenderness that cuts just right. You slip between my breath and spine, a quiet hunger intertwined. And even if the dawn finds me washed in fading ecstasy, I'll still be holding what you leave. Velvet, velvet in my teeth. Stay a moment, stay a beat, let me keep the taste I keep, soft and dangerous, bittersweet. that survives the heavy air. The theory made of moisture clinging quietly everywhere. Your touch is like the weather when the city starts to sweat. A warmth that crawls beneath my shirt where caution can't protect you. Speaking humid whispers, every word a steady rise. Condensation forming where your breath and mine collide. Your smile is like a rainfall that refuses to come clean. A sweetness blurred with tension, dripping slow between the seams. You say your heart is steady, but the softness runs too deep. The kind that grows in shadows where the tender secrets seep. And every time you lean, the air gets thick between. A theory formed in places we've been seen. Damp heart theory in the night, warm and heavy, soft and tight. You pull the heat beneath my skin like storms that start where touch begins. And though the signs are never dry, you're the reason why they amplify, falling in the way you breathe. Damp heart theory, breaking free. Clouded windows, hiding shapes you can't explain. A fog that spreads in patterns when desire hits the pain. Your voice is like a sax line melting low into the beat. A bass that pulls in corners, pulling fire through my feet. You say you're not unraveling, just drifting out of place. But darling, every shift you make leaves moisture in its trace. You kiss like summer weather, pressed too close against my throat. A dampness shaped like longing in the spaces where you float. And every time you lean, a theory formed in places we've been seen. Damn heart theory in the night, warm and heavy, soft and tight. You pull the heat beneath my skin like storms that start where touch begins. And though the signs are never dry, you're the reason why they amplify, falling in the way you breathe. Damn heart theory, breaking free. Maybe love was meant to bloom in rooms without a breeze, where moisture carries secrets through the softness of the sleeves. Maybe hearts get heavier when they're taught to hide, and dampness is the truth we never learn to dry. Damn heart theory clinging slow, every place your shadows go. You melt the caution off my hands, you bend the night in subtle bends. And even when the dawn is near, your warmth is all that lingers here, dripping down the way I see. Damn heart theory staining me. Leave the windows closed tonight, let the air stay warm and tight. If the heart must overflow, let the moisture let it show. Damn heart theory. beneath my sweetness, like you're tasting every thread. A parasite in honey, finding places I've misread. You smile like quiet ivy, making ladders through my nerves. A tenderness so gentle, it disguises what it serves. Your voice is warm and sticky, dripping slow between the bars. A melody that settles where the darker feelings are. You trace along my breathing like you're learning how I bend. A softness made for slipping in the corners I defend. You say you only own me in the ways that don't consume. But darling, every time you touch, you replicate too soon. You're subtle in your tone, you're sweet but overgrown. A comfort that grows roots in skin and bone. Honey parasite, you bloom, curling softly through my room, climbing up my pulse so slow, sweet enough to let it grow. And though I know you cling too tight, I keep you close like borrowed light, freedom from the heat inside. Honey parasite, honey parasite. Your breath is like a nectar, I can't tell my body no. A flavor meant to linger where the fragile feelings go. Your laugh is like a sax line humming low beneath the beat. A bass that moves in circles, pulling warmth into my feet. You say you're not consuming, just a lover growing deep. But everything you touch in me is something you keep. A quiet kind of hunger blooming soft around my spine. A sweetness shaped like takeover, disguised as something fine. You're subtle in your tone, no sweet but overgrown. No comfort that grows roots in skin and bone. Honey parasite, you bloom, curling softly through my room, climbing up my pulse so slow, sweet enough to let it grow. And though I know you cling too tight, I keep you close like borrowed light, feeding from the heat inside. Honey parasite, honey parasite. Maybe love was meant to spread in ways we never see. A creeping kind of closeness, sweet enough to disagree. Maybe wanting someone means letting something in, something soft and golden settling underneath the skin. Honey parasite, you stay even when I pull away, twisting through the parts I hide, blooming where my warnings died. And though I know what you ignite, I crave the way you hold me tight, living in the warmth I hide. Honey parasite, honey parasite. If you melt inside my veins, let the sweetness stay like stains. If I'm sheltered for your bite, make it slow and make it light. Honey parasite, honey parasite. Your touch leaves chrome fingerprints shining on my skin, cold enough to warm me, warm enough to pull me in. You move with metal softness like a whisper dipped in steel, a tenderness that tightens when you're close enough to feel. Your breath is silver tension, tracing currents down my spine. A pressure made of longing, shaped in perfect understated lines. You laugh like broken neon flickering under midnight rain. but comforts me the same. You say you only linger where the warmth is sinking through, but baby, every time you reach, the chrome becomes a bruise. You're gentle in design, you're sharp between the lines, a touch that marks like something undefined. Chrome fingerprints on me, shining where your shadows breathe, cold and warm and equal glow, tracing where you tend to go. And though I know the burn is slight, I feel it every single night. Metal soft and bittersweet, chrome fingerprints you leave on me. Your voice is liquid silver, sliding low beneath the beat. A sax line melted downward, pulling fire to my feet. You speak like quiet voltage, humming softly in my chest. A shock disguised as comfort that my body can't resist. You touch me like a pattern you've been trying to memorize, mapping out the places where I keep my softer sides. You say you're not engraving, just a lover passing through, but love, the way you move on me is something metal chooses to. You're gentle in design, you're sharp between the lines, a touch that marks like something undefined. Chrome fingerprints on me, shining where your shadows breathe, cold and warm and equal glow, tracing where you tend to go. And though I know the burn is slight, I feel it every single night. Metal soft and bittersweet, chrome fingerprints you leave on me. Maybe love is made of edges we pretend are soft. Maybe metal touches only feel like they get lost. Maybe every memory is pressed in silver light, a pattern left by someone tracing curves in midnight. Chrome fingerprints that stay even when you pull away, smudging through the heat I hide, silver stains that never dry. And though the morning fades your heat, your mark is something I repeat, living where your shadows meet, chrome fingerprints you leave on me. If I shine when you return, know it's from the places burned, soft and silver and complete, chrome fingerprints on me. Chrome fingerprints on me. Chrome fingerprints on me. You're talking tiny pulses, soft clicks beneath my skin, a language made of rhythm, pulling signal from within. You tap along my heartbeat like you're learning every beat, a pattern made of closeness drifting low beneath the heat. Your breath becomes a message when it brushes near my neck, a flicker in the darkness spelling things you won't confess. You move in coded moments, every touch a quiet spark, a syllable of longing sliding gentle through the dark. You say it isn't language, just the way your body moves, but darling, every time you sway the meaning comes into short long sigh, a message slipping by, a frequency your fingers signify. Morse code affection breaking through, dot and dash from me to you, flicker soft across my spine, a signal sent in hidden lines. Even when your mouth is still, your pulse is spelling what you feel, reading you in every section. Morse code, Morse a rhythm I can recognize no matter what you mean. Your touch is quiet, static, blooming slow beneath my shirt. A coded invitation, soft enough to never hurt. You humming offbeat timing like you're sinking to the night. A groove between the shadows, pulsing warm and out of sight. You say you never send a sign, you only breathe and sway. But baby, I can hear your heart translating every way. Short, long sigh, a message slipping by. A frequency your fingers signify. Morse code affection breaking through. Dot and dash from me to you. Flicker soft across my spine. A signal sent in hidden lines. Even when your mouth is still, your pulse is spelling what you feel. Reading you in every section. Morse code affection. Maybe love is learned in beats instead of words. Maybe rhythm says the things that voices never heard. Maybe every pulse you send is something I decode. A sweetness moving through the body, secret overflow. Morse code affection left in heat, signals where our shadows meet. Every shift a quiet plea, every breath a frequency. Touch me in the way you speak, let the meaning slip and leak. I can hear your heart's connection. Morse code affection. Dial me once, dash me twice, let the message melt like ice. If your love is coded tight, send it to me through the night. Morse code affection. You press along my edges like you're shaping something new. A softness made obedient, a warmth you're pulling through. You move like gentle pressure sliding deep into my frame. A tenderness that bends me while pretending to stay tame. Your touch is slow compression, making outlines reappear. A sculpture in the making, drawn from everything you fear. You say you never mold me, just align me where you stand. But darling, every time you breathe, you remake what I am. Your fingers learn my tension like they're memorizing clay. A pattern built from patience in the heat where shadows play. You shape me in your slow intention, soft but strong in each dimension. A quiet craft disguised as pure affection. Molded devotion in your hands, pressing where my weakness lands. Bending all the parts I hide, turning stillness into tide. And though I feel the weight increase, something warm begins to release, setting forms I can't escape. Molded by the love you shape. Trace along my contours like you're mapping fragile ground. Pressure made of longing, soft enough to keep me bound. Your breath becomes a warm collapse that settles through my chest. A rhythm shaped like gravity that pulls me into rest. You say you are reshaping me, just fitting in your own. But baby, every place you touch becomes a place you own. Your hands reform my balance in the quiet where I lean. A body learning slowly what devotion really means. You shape me in your slow intention, soft Molded devotion in your hands, pressing where my weakness lands, bending all the parts I hide, turning stillness into tide. And though I feel the weight increase, something more begins to release, setting forms I can't escape. Molded by the love you shape. Maybe love is meant to change the places that we keep, the gentle sculpting pressure pulling secrets from the deep. Maybe giving in is how the softer parts survive, a steady hand that shapes us into something still alive. Shift becoming real, every contour learn and feel. Even when the night grows thin, your impression settles in, held in forms I can't remain. Molded by the love you take. Press me slowly, press me right. Let the shape stay through the night. If I'm made in how you move, let the warmth be all I prove. Molded devotion. The air still tastes like something warm you didn't finish saying. A promise breaking softly, drifting into frayed decaying. You left a trace of sweetness hanging low inside the room, a scent that only lingers when affection starts to bloom and doom. Your breath became a memory, dissolving through my shirt. A whisper shaped like stay, then shaped again to hurt. You move like something fading, still familiar, still untrue. A hesitation scented with the things you couldn't follow through. You say you didn't mean to leave the warmth without the vow, but darling, what's left in the end is what matters now. Soft decay, warm and gray, fragrance slipping quietly away. Scent of a broken promise, drifting slow. Perfume of a truth you didn't show. Warm at first, then turning thin. Sweetness falling off my skin. Even when you say you're honest, all I breathe is turning modest, fading through the things you missed. Scent of a broken promise. You trace the empty spaces where your certainty should be. A silence soaked in fragrance like a fading memory. Your fingers leave a warmth that cools too quickly to be loved. A promise meant to settle, but it rises far above. You speak in quiet fumes that sound like comfort wearing through. A tenderness unraveling waste their time. A fragrance built from moments that were never fully mine. Maybe breaking what we meant, leave scent instead of sound. A quiet confession floating where the warmth has dried. Hold it steady, love. This is the last glass before everything turns to rust. Your fingers circle the rim like you're memorizing heat, tracing all the warmth that time is getting ready to delete. The amber glow is shaking in the rhythm of your breath, a sweetness on the edge of something heavier underneath. You say the night is harmless, just a pause before we fade, but darling, every silence feels like something giving way. Your eyes reflect a metal warmth that's soft but wearing thin, a quiet resignation settling slow beneath your skin. You sit by, wait, we lean on fate, a lingering taste before too late. The last glass before us held between us, warm enough to keep the truth unconscious, sweet at first, then cool and slow, a hint of iron down below. If we break, let this be why a borrowed heat that couldn't lie. Stay with me inside this dusk, the last glass before we rust. Your voice lands heavy, falling in a half-forgotten tone, a whisper shaped like comfort, though it chills me to the bone. You touch the table lightly, like you're testing if it holds, a tremor built from promises grown fragile in the cold. You say you still remember how our first night tasted bright, but now the glow is tarnished where the silver meets the night. Your laugh feels like a shimmer from a cup about to slip, a beauty cracking quietly at the edges of your lips. You sit by, wait, we lean on fate, a lingering taste before too late. The last glass before